Are you serious? Are you serious? It begins the trial of Paul Manafort, the former President Trump's former campaign manager. He is going on trial. Robert Mueller trying to start the process of trying to throw the Trump team in prison. Now, there's nothing here in this trial has anything to do with Russian collusion or anything to do with President Donald Trump. The crimes that are being charged against Paul Manafort are all from 12 years ago in a past life. But two questions still loom large over this Paul Manafort trial as he prepares to walk into that federal courtroom this morning. Will Donald Trump's former campaign manager spend what effectively could be the rest of his life in prison, or will the special counsel Robert Mueller be handed a defeat in what he's trying to do here, which is investigate the Trump regime, the Trump campaign team, whatever you want to call it. That's what he calls it. Is he trying to just destroy Trump, or will he be handed a defeat? Now, those questions will be answered by 12 jurors selected this week at the Paul Manafort trial. He's on trial for tax evasion and bank fraud charges, and it's going to get underway at a courthouse in Alexandria, Virginia. Now, the pool of jurors will face questions from both sides, and the U.S. District Judge T.S. Ellis III, as they try to weed out the potential prejudice in what has become the highly publicized, politically divisive investigation called the Robert Mueller probe. All right, the Russian collusion confusion. Nothing about this has anything to do with Russian collusion, so this is really confusion. Then why are we even doing this? Well, the task comes as the president and his lawyer, spokesman Rudy Giuliani, has intensified their attempts to undermine Robert Mueller's investigation in the court of public opinion, and as the president continues to waffle on whether he'll sit for a private interview with prosecutors or not. The president criticizes Robert Mueller by name over the weekend and continues to refer to the special counsel investigation into the Russian election interference as a witch hunt and an illegal scam. Now, while the main areas of Robert Mueller's investigation are Russia's actions during the 2016 presidential election and any attempts by Trump to obstruct justice, none of those topics are expected to even come up at all in the Manafort trial. Matter of fact, the word Russia may not ever be mentioned. Instead, the trial will center on Paul Manafort's Ukrainian consulting job he had 12 years ago. Prosecutors have lined up 35 witnesses. This looks like a political witch hunt against one of Trump's people. It's really what it looks like. It has not. This guy's supposed to be investigating Russian collusion and meddling with the election. Instead, they're going after Trump's campaign manager for crimes he may have committed, may not have committed. We don't know. 12 years ago, nothing to do with the investigation. So why is Robert Mueller 18 months and $18 million? Why is he still even investigating the president if he's not even got anything to bring to the table but old charges on one of the president's men? This looks really, really bad, folks. Paul Manafort. Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Robert Mueller, the monster of the swamp. We're going to wait and see what happens. But, I have a feeling they're going to convict this guy for past crimes that he may have committed. They're going to give him probably about 10 years in prison. Trump may pardon him on his way out the door. Are you serious? So, what? But don't miss today's live broadcast. We're going to try to make sense of all this stuff. But we're going to talk about the Illuminati. What? The Illuminati.